Oh, there's reactions turned on for this stream? Oh, man. Let me see if I can turn those off. Customization. Live reactions off. There we go. Escape route, live stream, paste, at here. Right. I'm also using this as an opportunity to record gameplay, so recording has started. Draw in, heal, strafe, Smurf splat, jump, Smurf hover, interact, Smurf sprint. I guess we'd better Smurf start then. We'll pick Smurf new game. Figuring out what's next. Oh, Kong. Elementary, my dear Smurf, for all little Smurfs who want to take it easy. A classic experience for all Smurfs determined to make it to the end. For Smurfs ready to face an adventure littered with traps and all kinds of unsmurthy things. Are you telling me that traps are unsmurthy? Ooh, you're going to upset a lot of people. Right, achievements. 100% of the game, Smurf side. Jump on all three. Complete the adventure in hard mode. Okay. Hello, how's the pizza hoodie? It's a piece of clothing. It exists. Do you want me to put it on? Is the pizza hoodie the trick to lots of like views and success on YouTube?
With pictures I smurfed for added detail.
Pictures I smurfed.
Safe in their village, the place where they dwell. You'll
Find the Smurfs who are burning in hell.
There is Papa Smurf, our beloved leader. And the lovely Smurfette. You'll find no one sweeter.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Handy, greedy, jokey to name but a few. It would take hours to name all the Smurfs coloured blue.
What about the Smurfs coloured pink?
But far from the village, where none dare to roam, lies a ramshackle hovel that the neighbour calls home. For he is a sorcerer, draped in black.
Hey Vlad, pizza hoodie equals 20% click-through rate plus 5 million hours watch time. Oh god.
Look nasty and vile. According to Taylor, he has no sense of style. I speak of Gargamel, but that is no surprise. I'd smurf him on the nose if it weren't for my
Do you know what's smurfing good for you?
He has an obsession.
Smurfing got me up some Smurf shots. They smurf me so hard. Uploading to only Smurfs.
Of some sort. This time, he has smurfed from a book of despair. A long-lost formula to help him grow pears? No, not pears. Wait a minute. That makes a mythical plant grow poisonous and dangerous. Ah, yes, that's it. And so, he has smurfed using an ancient text. This most dangerous plant. And here's what happened next.
It's not good if your replacement doesn't rhyme.
Something has gone awry. Smurfs have gone missing, and we must find out.
We must find out why!
Ah, there you are, Hefty. Hi there, Papa Smurf. Handy asked me to come see you. He put this weird machine on my back. He called it a Smurfizer.
Yes, it's his Smurftastic new invention.
Oh my god, these voices.
All the contaminated plants that have smurfed the village. And maybe smurf some of the Smurfs who have disappeared.
I hope so. But Handy told me that his machine needs a tank.
Well, that's why you're here. Without it, you won't be able to use the Smurfizer correctly.
I have some strong words for Starfield, especially because I just saw it locks basic gameplay systems behind the skill tree. Yes. I wish I liked Starfield, but I didn't. And at the time that Starfield came out, if you spoke out about how you didn't like Starfield, you were called an Xbox hater. So I wasn't able to share how I felt at the time.
Papa Smurf, with or without the Smurfizer. But I can practice with it, if you Smurf that it's necessary.
I'd prefer that, Hefty. You can never be too careful. I smurfed a little course for you. Let's
You
begin
smurfed it?
your training. Make your way
I
over to
smurfed
Farmer.
it!
He's smurfing by the river.
He's doing what? He's squanching by the river?
Doesn't make it too difficult to move
Ew.
around before we smurf on.
Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't have to pay for Starfield, let's put it that way. Are you smurfing me right now? I don't have a double jump? What the smurf? This is a platformer! This is a smurfing platformer. Where's my smurfing double jump? What the smurf?
Great!
Once I got a smurf stuck up my smurf, and the doctor said don't smurf that again, so I went home and lit up a smurf and smurfed out for half a day, woke up with smurfette on my smurf. You know. What is this chat? Well, immediate...
Awesome! Yippee!
Wait, what?
Great! Awesome! Yeah!
What is this?
Great! Yippee! Awesome! Great!
Why can I do that?
Yippee! Yeah! Awesome! Yippee! Great! Woohoo! Yeah! Great! Awesome! Yippee! Yeah! Awesome! Great! Woohoo! Yeah! Great!
Why can I do that?
Holy Smurf! There you are!
Is this the first or second Smurf game? This is the first Smurf game.
Make sure you
Operation
smurf your
Belief.
I know, Farmer. What do I have to do?
Smurf your head up and look over there.
I'm sick and have been sick all week. I'm sorry to hear that, Jacob. There is a sequel, yes. Hopefully by the time the... I guess I'll spoil everything. Hopefully by the time the Smurf game tier list is near completion, I'll be able to play the second one. Find the flower for the Smurfizer. Oh, it's over here.
All right, time for some jumping. Great! Ah, there's more of that contaminated grass. I can't wait to heal it.
Oh, so I can't do anything about that grass yet. Yo, a Smurf game that's all about smurfing grass? I knew it. People complaining that the new Ronin game looks like a PS2 game. Or a PS3 game. I'll tell you what also looks like a PS3 game.
And that's their jumping.
Red Dead Redemption?
That with my hands behind my back.
Tell you what also looks like a PS3 game? Grand Theft Auto 5? People saying it looks like a PS3 game like it's a bad thing. People forgetting what PS3 games look like.
Hey there, Hefty. What are you smurfing here?
I'm looking for a strange
What am I
flower
smurfing
that's
here?
supposed
Smurf
to help
off.
Smurf
It's
the
none of your
contamination.
smurfing business,
Oh, yeah.
Smurfhead.
Papa Smurf told us that he'd set you a little challenge. Oh, I heard that you have to test out Handy's new invention.
Yes, the Smurfizer. I'm learning how to use it. I'm smurfing as hard as I can to get
God of War
ahead.
Ascension.
Well,
God of War games any good?
Practicing because you have to jump over that river ahead.
Whoa!
Could
careful
they
you don't smurf
could they
into the
use
water.
an iceberg
Don't
or
worry,
a
I know how to
tier
swim.
list?
I'm sure that you do, Hefty. But if you smurf into the water, the weight of the Smurfizer might make you smurf to the bottom.
Oh, well, that'll be the end of your smurf.
I'll be careful.
Did the Outright Games develop this? This is Microids. Like, I played God of War back on PS2 for a little bit. I thought it was okay. And I played a little bit of one of the ones on PSP back when it came out. I played a demo of one and it was okay.
It doesn't appear to be sick. It must be immune. I should be able to jump on that big mushroom to get up there.
Ghost of Sparta. Was that the one I played a demo of? I don't think it was. PSP ones are playable on PS3, right? In collection number 2. So, I mean, a lot of them, I may as well play the PS3 versions. For the sake of, like, good quality image and frame rate and stuff. Basically, the thing is, I want to bump up my video game knowledge. And I want to play a lot of things that I didn't play. Ascension had multiplayer. How does multiplayer God of War work?
I love jumping. There's no better way to Smurf in shape. Better make sure I don't fall. I've got the flower. Mission accomplished. I'm the greatest. Even
God of War 3 had a remaster on PS4. Yes, that's right. It did.
Back to the village.
Oh.
I have to Smurf this flower. And huh.
God of War HD Trilogy might be headed to PS5.
I have to Smurf this flower to Papa Smurf
Why?
handy. Fast.
They're gonna re-release it again. I was smurfing my Smurf, and I think I might have smurfed too hard because it smurfed right off.
Here's the magic flower that Papa Smurf
PlayStation
has
All-Stars
Smurf
Battle
in.
Royale.
Thanks, Hefty.
I wouldn't be playing every game with
Finishing
Kratos
touches
in.
to
I
my
would be
Smurf
playing
visor.
all games
Are you
that
sure
are God
it'll
of
work,
War games. So,
Oh yes, Papa Smurf, you're in for a big surprise. It'll be goodbye contamination. You'll be able to reach all of the areas in the village that you couldn't before.
I hope you mean the good kind of surprise, Andy. Remember what happened when you built those robots?
wah, wah,
Hefty has a
wah.
point, Handy. You sometimes smurf inventions that you can't keep under control. Oh, don't be so pessimistic. The Smurfizer is my most accomplished invention. And the most effective. I swear on my Smurf.
I swear on my Smurf!
Handy. We need to smurf this
Yeah, Mortal
contamination
Kombat 9, Soul Calibur Legends, which I did play.
So I can add the tank to
Soul
the
Calibur is
Smurfizer.
another one that is a potential
There you have it.
tier
You're
list.
up, Hefty. Go heal the contaminated grass around the village and come back.
Okay, I'll test the Smurfizer on that contaminated grass. Oh no, there's no more healing spray. I used too much and Smurfed the tank empty. I have to wait a little for it to recharge.
I don't understand what I have to do here. It's not abundantly clear what I do with those mushrooms. Is there like a butt stomp? Yeah. So that's jump and B. Okay. Soul Calibur would be a fun one, because I'd have an excuse to play that Soul Calibur clone on PC. That one that's based on, like, Greek mythology. I forget the name of it off the top of my head.
Now to get back to Papa Smurf.
A game from, like, 2005. 2006. I'd probably feel confident enough to do like a Tekken Iceberg or a Tekken tier list. But the problem with Tekken is a new one just came out, and all the time there's a new one that I don't own. It makes doing a tier list much harder. It's like Medal of Honor. I've just, you know, on the Steam sale while it was half price, just picked up Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. That's it for game purchases now. So I'm trying to do tier lists where I don't have to buy games going forwards, at least for a while. Oh, are there like multiple mushrooms I need to hit all at the same time? I see.
Hey, how are you?
So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the one at the very bottom. There we go. Kratos was supposed to have blue marks, but it was changed last second due to the druid from Diablo. Ah. Maybe I couldn't do a God of War iceberg. The main concerns I have right now is so let me give you the full context. I've been on job seekers since October last year, when I was made redundant. You can only be on job seekers for 6 months, after which you are then required to go on to what's referred to as universal credit. On job seekers, the requirement for looking for work is 16 hours a week. On universal credit, the requirement is 35 hours a week. Now, I don't think they'll ever have somebody who is on universal credit who actually does 35 hours a week job search. Somehow, I doubt that's ever been a thing. Because the idea of doing 35 hours of anything is probably far too daunting for anyone, let alone a job search. Now, there are options if, you know, you don't want to be looking for work. You can start a business. Get a business enterprise allowance or something like that. The question is, you know, can you turn live streaming into a sole trader style company, in the sense that you work for yourself, you provide a service which you are paid for through donations, etc.
Oh, hello.
And that way you wouldn't have to be looking for work, because your live stream would be your work. And that's something I would love to explore, is the idea of turning my live streaming into... Yeah, it's taxable income, as you say. It's perfectly valid. But I wouldn't even know the first place to begin in setting that sort of thing up. And the person that I've been speaking to at the job center as part of Universal Credit,
I'm done, Papa.
fucking terrible at their job.
Contaminated plants have been smurfed. The Smurfizer was very effective.
I've essentially been told, oh, anything you need to know, research
My
it.
invention is working perfectly.
Which is,
I
you know,
told so.
helpful.
By the way, the
It's not.
Smurfizer still has much to show you. When you're exploring outside the village, keep your eyes open. If you bring me materials, I'll be able to upgrade the Smurfizer. You have plenty of surprises in store.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes peeled, Handy.
Yes, but we still have a lot of Smurf to do, my little Smurfs.
In
Some
Australia,
Smurfs are
you'd get
missing
what's
from
called
the
an
village.
ABN,
They
and
were
you'd
last
start
seen
earning
heading
and
into the
reporting it
town.
at tax time.
I hope they haven't disappeared like the others.
So, here in the UK, if you
Smurf,
make
Hefty,
more than
but be careful. The area
£12,570
surrounding the dam is
in a
contaminated.
year,
Use the Smurfizer
then
to
you
smurf your
have
way
to
there.
pay tax
This is a
at
chance to
20%.
test my invention in the field.
You can count on me.
Up to
I'll
that number,
find
you
the
don't
missing
have to pay
Smurfs,
tax.
and those contaminated plants had better watch
But, you
out.
know, if somebody, I don't know, like,
Is the
I
Smurfizer
know I got
working
plenty of
okay?
enemies here on YouTube, people who don't like me for whatever reason, who would love to take the opportunity to kick me while I'm down. Those people could go to the taxman and say, Taxman, I think Escape Route British is not paying enough tax. And I would be screwed. So, So the protection that you can essentially give yourself in that instance is, you can, if you think you're going to make more than £1,000 in a year, you can describe yourself as a business and set yourself up as a sole trader. And then, you know, you've got an argument for if someone comes along and says, I think Escape Route British isn't declaring his tax. Escape Route British can come along and say, I am a sole trader, this is my tax report, everything is being declared. And it stops people being nosy. I have to seriously look at if I want to make YouTube and live streaming like my main source of income going forwards, and say, fuck it, I tried working a job's not for me, I'm gonna be my own boss, then... Ooh, Matzo, if you could DM that post to me, that would be fantastic. So I'm in a situation where, essentially, if I'm going to make a change, now is the time to do it. Strike while the iron is hot, they say. You know? To really look into what I can do, what can be done.
Great!
Because there's no reason why I can't become...
Awesome!
It's a big read, that's okay. It can count towards my 35 hours of job search. You can have your income from streaming take away from your UC. Yeah, I expected that's probably how it would work. You would need to be able to prove. But, I mean, my argument would be that money is not earned until it's a payout from Google, for example, right? So I would not need to declare all the time a video makes 23 pence or live stream views make 2 pence. You know, I would only have to declare when it's like payment ref Google Island YouTube, right? That is when I would have to declare the payment. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's not my money until it's in my account anyway. It's insane that you have to do almost full-time in job searching. Yeah, precisely. That's the way the system is set up. And they do that, essentially, to weed out the people who are just on benefits for the sake of, you know, getting free monies. Oh my god. This particular challenge. Why does the timer run out so quick? Got it. So look. As for setting up a sole trader, from what I remember in business studies at GCSE... See, you did business studies! You were taught things at school that were actually helpful. I was taught to pass exams. A sole trader and owner are the same in the eyes of law and have unlimited liability. No notified gov. I would be liable if things went wrong if I was a sole trader. A limited liability or a partnership is different from my understanding. But I'm happy to be proven wrong on that. You'd have an available tax calculator online. When you get a payout, look at how much tax you'd pay on that as if it were per hour and put it aside. That's a good shout. Have the tax pot that's just the tax percentage. That's a good shout in general. And then if you find out you don't have to pay that, well, you know, it's not a pain in the ass to just transfer it back. It's better to be safe than sorry on all these things. Can I collect that? I want it. I mean, I've been looking into editing jobs, but there's not a great deal of editing jobs out there that I can easily find. But I guess what I'm going to have to start doing soon is going to YouTube and typing in editor wanted, sort by recent. I mean, I'll do any editing job. If some horrible right-winger wants me to put together their Hitler did nothing wrong video, you know, as long as they're paying me. Yeah, it means doxing yourself on company's house. That's the other scary thing about it is, you know, people who don't like me, it would give them ammunition to look me up, get my home address, you know. There's not much I would be able to do about that. That's something I'd have to be happy with. I think that's everything I can collect while I'm here. I assume there's some sort of double jump I'm missing. I can't collect that next flower. Some sort of virtual mailbox service that works for business startups. Yeah, the link that Matzo sent me will be useful. I'll definitely give that a read tomorrow. Because reading that can count as part of my 35 hours job search. I went to a local town today and canvassed the town looking at, you know, anywhere that had jobs advertised in the window. Nowhere did. But, you know, I went out. I had a look, and there was nothing. So, I'm doing my bit. Where are the others? 9 of 16? Oh god, they're all on this thing. Upwork, freelancer, and slave labor. Oh. It's definitely not 16 there, though. There's another 5 missing somewhere. They're up there. So I need some sort of double jump or... Yeah, it's a double jump, I think. Double jump and then I ledge grab. So I can't get that yet. It's a very pretty game, though. I know Smurfs as a series, you know, you're dealing with Smurf Rally, you know. This definitely wouldn't be an F tier game, but Smurf Rally might. Code work, I mean, I wouldn't be any good at. All my coding abilities are... To say I cheated on coding at uni would be maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but, you know. I don't think I wrote that many lines of code myself at uni. I mean, I understood, like, in terms of, like, Unity, I was pretty decent with Unity. And then a few updates later, Unity removed support for JavaScript, which is what I did all my coding in. I did all my Unity programming in JavaScript. Animators looking for paid British voices. You see, that's something I need to get into. That's something I need to take seriously. Is voice acting. Because I could be the next Young Out.
Holy Smurf, what are those? They look like they've been
Holy
contaminated
Smurf!
too. A blast from the Smurfizer should do the trick. You look like you should be called Vile Balls. Hello there, Vile Balls.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Yeah, I did uni stuff before UE got blueprints as well. Yep. So a lot of what I learned was incredibly out of date. I should put together a voice acting showreel of some kind then.
Well, Smurf me down.
You know, even if it means if I don't have any examples of voice acting right now, which I don't, I could take some clips from existing things. And do some voice acting for them. Putting together a showreel, that counts towards 35 hours job search, I would say. Because that's something that proves my abilities to a potential employer. Now, my argument would be if I am freshening up on my programming abilities by developing a game, then the time spent developing that game would count. So, I've thought of ways to make 35 hours less daunting. And that's one of the methods of making 35 hours less daunting. I would argue that if I'm looking for and applying for editing jobs, video editing jobs, then putting together tier list videos, iceberg videos, counts as honing my skills, which counts as working towards getting a job. It's not a fiddle, it's tailored towards what I would actually be looking for.
Hefty, help!
A bridge collapsed, and we got trapped here.
No need to panic. I'm on my way. I'll smurf your little bridge.
I'll make some videos and you edit them. Yes! You can't pay me though, I don't think, but I'm game. It's all practice, it's all experience. I have shit to say, but not time to edit. Oh. That would be great, because anything I could do to improve your content and get your voice out there would be a plus for me. Do you want to learn blueprints and or fuck around with level design? I would send my uni's UE frameworks. Are you allowed to? It's point number 1.
Looks like you can also use it to clear a path.
Yeah, pretty smurfy, huh?
Pretty smurfy.
With the Smurfizer. Okay, gotta go. I'll go see if there are any more Smurfs to save at the dam.
I was looking into visual novels, because they're easy as fuck to make, right? There was some visual novel development kit that was last updated in 2010 that I was looking at. I can't imagine it's that useful nowadays. That person who was making The Simpsons Hit and Run Remastered has like a Unity development tutorial and
I heard about.
not Unity, Unreal Engine.
It has a mushroom head. Maybe I can jump on it, like the other mushrooms. Here we go. Time to show them what I'm smurfed of. Hey, that thing isn't looking too good. Maybe I should heal it.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've done video editing for people. There was a brief spell where I was doing video editing work for Level Up Games in Canterbury. You know, I enjoyed doing video work. They never sent me any more stuff to work on, so that kind of dried up. I understand that they're extremely busy, so...
Hefty, can you smurf me? This is your conscience.
I've been playing and living with the Steam Deck as much as I main gaming rig, and I want to talk about the experience. Oh yeah. I'll tell you now that the Steam Deck content is really good at the moment, because the Steam Deck is like the big thing everybody wants. I mean, I'd use one, but I don't particularly need one or want one.
Got to smurf you about the Smurfy Talkie. It's a device that enables long
7
distance
hidden right here.
communication.
This way we can stay in contact, and you can Smurf
Get rid of the other
information to
grass, and
us.
then I can give it a proper
Sorry
go.
about startling you. You know Jokey. He wanted to Smurf a little joke on you.
That's all right, Papa Smurf. I'll Smurf him a little lesson when I
That's
get back.
all right, Papa Smurf. I'll Smurf him in the Smurf hole. Well, you know what? I wasn't expecting much out of this. I thought, 3D platformer, mascot platformer, the Smurfs? Well, actually, turns out this is way better than I expected it to be, so... That's cool. Genuinely, I'm kind of moved by this. Not a lot, but kind of moved. What's the 7th one? There it is. Got it. Xbox 360 era Xbox 360 era PC games on full spec, running full speed. That does sound nice. I wonder how that newly released Saboteur runs on it. Got a PC copy of that somewhere. Side-loading, like, old PC games easy on it, yeah? Just like adding a Steam shortcut? Running it in whatever the Linux Windows shell is. Be mighty tempting to play through something like Saboteur again after so long. Yeah. I know it's the old one. Running it above 720p breaks the map UI. That bug or issue must have been on the original too. But I do remember the original PC release having its issues. Well, my argument would be as a live streamer, right? If I call myself self-employed, set myself up with sole trader status, then, you know, hardware for live streaming, software for live streaming are expenses required in order to do my job. So I'm not saying I would, you know, claim tax relief on, you know, everything, but yeah, a brand new game at £70 or more, it would be nice to be able to get the tax back on that. If the whole thing is I'm going to stream it from start to finish on live stream anyway, it technically counts as a...
Can't say I'm Smurf to see so many file critters, but I'll be happy to heal them using the Smurfizer.
Yeah, if I need to update my graphics card, you know, that should count as a business expense. I don't think you can be VAT registered and claim benefits at the same time. That's a point. Yeah. I think at that point, if I was making enough money that I wouldn't need Universal Credit, then I would be happy to close Universal Credit then. This is all hypothetical, right? I'm currently lined up for a course across April and May in the security industry. So, you know, being a bouncer and that sort of thing. Security at live events, things like that. Lining me up for a potential job in the security industry. And it's all things that are extremely attractive to employers, like de-escalation training, first aid, that sort of thing. So I need to be in receipt of benefits during that time in order to be allowed to be on that course.
There's nothing like a little jump to Smurf that I'm the best at bouncing. Hey guys, how's it going?
I just set up Zemu, Linux native version, and it runs Jet Set Radio Future fantastically.
What's the matter?
Oh, between that and Hover and Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, you've got like the ultimate Jet Set Radio system. Oh, and the original Jet Set Radio was released on Steam as well.
Strange plant suddenly sprouted. Pop.
And it smurfed Lazy, and he was sleeping nearby.
It smurfed him.
Bam! Pow! Blop! Whiz!
Enough with the sound effects. What happened next?
Well, we tried to smurf back to the village, lickety-split.
But we couldn't because of the contamination.
Well, luckily, you
DC emulation for Della Jet Set Radio.
It's a good job.
Ah, yes. You can play Della Jet Set Radio X, which is the fan-made patch that reinstates the American soundtrack. Reinstates all the songs that were cut. There's a couple of other differences, but I can't remember what they are. But yeah, that is the ideal way to play Jet Set Radio on the Dreamcast. Did you get to hear Dunny Boy Williamson Show? Which is my favourite song in original Jet Set Radio. And it's Japan 1.0 exclusive. Don't think they could get the license for it outside of Japan.
That must be the weird plant those Smurfs were talking about. I'd better smurf it right away.
Find the Smurfs at the dam. Find the damn Smurfs.
Smurf? I found the Smurfs at the dam. Smurf the stork to come pick them up. Lazy is still missing, but I'm gonna go get him back. It seems that he's trapped inside a strange plant that's smurfed down from the sky.
It's smurfed down
Smurfed thing. Oh, he's smurfed. Smurf this, smurf that. It is so cringe.
Down from the sky. I don't have time to explain.
Is this what I have to look forward to if I do a Smurf tier list?
I would like you to bring me a sample of that plant.
Look, my excuse for doing a Smurf tier list is to play the V-Leaf games, this and number 2, and to do the Game Boy Color Smurfs game, which was modified into a Pikachu game by hackers in China. Valve are literal chads for giving so much access behind the scenes on deck. Yeah, it goes back to that thing of, you know, treat the customers, you know, like customers, not like thieves. And, you know, you can, you know, give them a lot of freedom to do stuff. It's like Xbox, you know, so long as you pay your developer license. Do they give a shit if you add full-speed N64 emulation on the Xbox One? Nah, don't give a shit. It's good to see. What's Smurfing? Not much. Trying to figure out the way forwards with not just my YouTube channel, but also life in general. And I feel like the consensus is focusing on live streaming and video content production as the ideal job, and using my experience with video editing and live streaming to help me get a job. Eventually, should it become successful, being able to register myself as a business.
Be careful, Hefty. Those vile critters can smurf you at any moment.
They don't scare me. I'll show them what this Smurf can do.
Treating myself as a business and getting set up as a sole trader, and then, you know, once I get big enough, I'll be able to claim expenses and treat live streaming and video production as an actual business. That's the ultimate plan, the ultimate dream as it currently stands, and it's feasible. There won't be a lot of content in late April and May, because I will be on a course for 5 weeks during that time. So there won't be a great deal of content.
Careful you don't fall in the water, Hefty. I won't be able to come smurf
I mean, I can
if you do.
probably do the occasional stream during that time, but I mean, I'm already expecting to not be able to do low res during that time.
You're handling this like a champ with great stamina.
Clearly, I'm the heftiest Smurf of all. If I do.
He's the heftiest Smurf because his name is Hefty. Is that all it takes to kill the plant? Is to kill the other plants around it? Easy.
Thank you, Hefty. You saved my life. If it wasn't for you, I'd be stuck napping in that horrible plant forever.
No need to thank me, Lazy. That's what I'm here for.
I haven't a smurf how this happened. I was working on the dam when suddenly I felt like smurfing a little nap. I lied down underneath a tree and when
In other news, I've been stripping the remaining wallpaper. There's a tiny bit left to do.
and all of my friends had disappeared.
Maybe a little while off
They told me
painting
all about
this
it.
room
A
yet.
seed fell down from the
But I
sky
got
and
some
smurfed
filler
that
for the wall.
mysterious plant. The others ran away, but you got captured while you were sleeping.
I would argue that
I'm aware.
improving your surroundings to make them conducive to a job search counts towards 35 hours of job search, right? I would say so.
To smurf a well-deserved nap.
I'm gonna smurf a piece of this plant to Papa Smurf so he can study it. I hope he'll find a way to get rid of it once and for all.
So,
Complete chapter of the
Hefty
village.
returned with the sample in hand. Then Papa Smurf spoke up so they might understand. This plant, my little Smurfs,
Yeah,
is
that's right.
called
It helps
the
with
violet
mental
leaf.
health. If I say,
It
look,
spits out mutant seeds
in order
that are
to
short
improve
and
the
From these
to improve
seeds
my
of
mental
evil,
health during
vile
the
traps
job
quickly
search
will
process, I
sprout. They will grow
painted
all around. They
the
will
room I do
spread
all the
all
job
about.
searching in light blue
If you
and
spot a
light
vile
grey,
trap, you had better
because their
beware,
colours conducive
for
to,
they have but
you know,
one
relaxation.
goal, finding things to ensnare.
This room is a
The
tip.
Smurfs
It will
asked a question. They
be a
didn't have
tip until
clue.
I
Please
take
tell us,
proper
Papa Smurf,
inventory of what I
what
have
is
and
it
start
we must
organising
do?
things accordingly.
To destroy the violet leaf, you must
Oh,
find
violet
and
leaf.
find fast. 3 rare ingredients, though it's no simple task. So, the list of ingredients to make an antidote for the violet leaf, it's very simple. I just need to remember what Papa Smurf told me. Yes.
If you're
I wrote it
brazen,
down
you
here.
could say you worked on your
Yeah,
painting
that's
skills.
it.
Well, it is
There is
DIY
aquamarine
experience, which, you know,
crystals coloured pink, and silver hellebores for their perfume that stinks.
it's not as brazen as you say, you know.
Papa Smurf is aware there is danger in store. Dark infested forests, lakes to cross, and much more.
It's not a big deal, because I'm hefty. I'll smurf all those motherfuckers plenty.
Who is crazy enough
This
to
reminds
sit
me
on
of
his
playing, like,
pants?
Mad Rhyme City on
Amidst the
Jackbox.
bickering, only one hand was shown. Brainy volunteered to go there on his
Amidst
own.
their bickering, only one hand was shown.
Equa Magnifica, he said.
Go home and
Get it,
smurf
right?
on my scone.
Deep in the forest, close to Wild Smurfs campsite.
I like this. It's clearly low budget, but it's also very pretty, and it clearly does its best to.
So I don't have a map, a chart.
Oh,
or a
I'm
timetable?
playing as
This seems
Brainy
somewhat
now.
Organized, right? I'll go see Papa Smurf so he can tell me more about this mission.
It strikes me that they put some effort into making this an accurate representation of the Smurfs in all their glory. Speaking of fun, Alice Madness Returns on Game Pass is the special edition, which includes the first game Alice Remastered. It does,
As you
yes.
know, I volunteered, right?
And if you want to play that version on PC, you can just grab the PK3 file from the Xbox 360 or PS3 version, drag it into the PC game, and it works.
Campsite. But first, go see Handy in the clearing. He is repairing the bridge that leads to our dear friend's campsite.
Very well. I have memorized that information with the greatest care, Papa Smurf. I hope
That's a series I wish I could get into. I played about half of the first one, and I've only ever played a few hours of the second one, because let me give you some context, right? Back when Madness Returns came out, I pirated it. Alright. And that game has anti-piracy methods that cause the game to crash. Randomly.
Sense. I am his right-hand Smurf, right? I've accomplished every mission he's ever given me.
So,
Awesome.
I eventually decided I'll buy Alice Madness Returns on Steam. And when you get it on Steam, it comes with an EA license key. And that EA license key and EA DRM, if you lose access to that EA account, or you can't log into it anymore for any reason, you basically lose the game. Even though it's still in your Steam library, you can't play it. So I started trying to use a no CD crack to play the game that I bought, and I kept getting the same random crashing that I did back when I pirated the game. So I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I just won't play it. And I ended up not finishing Madness Returns. I was kind of hoping they'd, like, re-release it.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I can, Brainy. What do you want?
There's a vile critter that's hiding in the ground. I'm not sure I can get past.
First of all, try to dodge its projectiles. It'd be a shame if it knocked you out. If you approach it, it will hide, leaving only a small stem sticking out of the ground. Try jumping on it, smurfing it with a Smurf splat.
Wow. A Smurf splat. Well, they couldn't call it a Smurf pound, could they? Even though there is that Smurf from the second Smurf movie. You know the one I'm talking about.
What's been smurfing on here?
The vile balls attacked us. Me, I don't like vile balls.
Where are they now?
Oh, yeah.
They've gone.
He wants to make a third one, doesn't he?
They
But,
blocked the path
you know.
by smurfing a landslide.
The white one, goth-looking
I don't
Smurf.
like vile
Yes!
balls, and I don't like
You know my
blocked
type.
passages.
Me neither, Grouchy. Maybe you could help me find another way through.
Yeah, I think they're meant to be, like,
I don't
evil
like finding
Smurfs.
other ways through.
Fine, I understand. I'll do it myself. could climb up high, I might have enough force to break that structure.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
Same voice actor for the Smurf I'm playing as and the Smurf I just walked past. He doesn't want to anymore. After EA said no to his latest pitch, he finally gave up. It's a shame. Between that and being forced to put the American McGee name on Scrapland when, you know, he didn't want to, it's like... I can understand him just being like, I've had enough. I don't blame him. Scrapland's one of those games that could do with a remaster or re-release, because the PC version has notoriously bad copy protection, which you can't work with on modern versions of Windows. I think it might be an old version of Star Force or Safe Disk, one of them. But it's unplayable on modern Windows. I know it got an Xbox version. Oh, did it get remastered? Ooh. I'll have to look into that. Because Scrapland is a game that I've always been curious about. Ever since I found a copy in a charity shop way back when.
But I managed to take care of him, as you can see.
Yes, indeed. So what did you want to tell me? Is everything smurfing along well?
Yes. The Smurfs who were trapped in the forest can now return to the village.
I'm still heading towards Handy.
EA is an interesting company for all their faults. Working on the Medal of Honor tier list, you know, finding out that EA have owned the franchise since the very beginning was wild to me, because I thought they bought it. Is there no way to, like, aim? No, apparently not. I thought they bought it, but it turns out they didn't. It's always been an EA thing. Although they started developing them in-house after, after the first two, because DreamWorks Interactive became, what, EA Vancouver or something like that. Scrapland being the debut title of Mercury Steam. Oh, the people who did fake Castlevania. That's something I'd love to go back to, but I've tried several times now to do fake Castlevania, and I struggle each time. Oh, Golden Axe! Now that's an idea. Golden Axe would make an easy tier list.
Now I can move on. I need to reach the
Yeah, so so a lot of the team that ended up working on Call of Duty Allied, Medal of Honor Allied Assault, ended up working on the original Call of Duty. And of course becoming Infinity Ward. It's fascinating, because you could see a lot of Call of Duty 1 in Allied Assault. I played a little bit of it, and I was shocked, to tell you the truth. I was pleasantly surprised by just how good Allied Assault was for a game from, like, 2002? A military shooter from 2002, before the original Call of Duty? Solid. Like, really snappy gunplay, fun to play. OG Infinity Ward went on to be Respawn. Right, and then they worked on Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. The VR Medal of Honor. Explains why the shooting is so good in Titanfall. Because it's people with decades of experience in the shooting. Ooh. Is this like a fast travel? Telling Papa Smurf, you lazy Smurf. You lazy fucking Smurf. I think I'm supposed to fall from above. It's okay, I know how to do that now. It's not a big deal, I can get back there. I'm excited to see what Above and Beyond is like from a gameplay point of view. A VR Medal of Honor sounds very, very promising. A Guitar Hero Iceberg. Now that could be interesting because you've got things like the 2 songs that are hidden in the original Guitar Hero that you can only play with an action replay. Like there's tons of weird things about the original Guitar Hero. You know, Buckethead by Jordan. Oh, sorry, Jordan by Buckethead didn't have a name until a name was made for it for Guitar Hero 2. So there's plenty of things like that. Can have an entry along the lines of everything's a cover song. In the universe of Guitar Hero, your band is getting successful by playing covers of people's songs. That is canonically the case in the Guitar Hero games. There's tons of stuff that you can dig out for a Guitar Hero Iceberg. Let's see, anything else off the top of my head? Switch from Harmonix to Neversoft? Yeah, that... I feel like that would either be first tier or second tier, because that's generally sort of well known. That Harmonix went on to produce Rock Band. Homefront Iceberg, well, I wouldn't really know anything about Homefront, so I wouldn't be able to say much about it. And a Homefront tier list would be what, like 3 games? 2 games? 3 games? Yeah, the full Time Splitters 2 hidden in Homefront. That's the reason why I bought a PS4 copy of Homefront: The Revolution. Though I know full well I have to play it for several hours if I want to get to the Time Splitters 2 arcade machine. I'm using the tier list as an excuse to just play more stuff. Because it gives me an excuse to play a game for like 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and come up with some thoughts on it. Put that footage together. I mean, right now, I'm using NVIDIA GeForce Experience to record all this Smurfs gameplay while I'm live streaming it.
Nothing. It's probably another of Jokey's bad jokes.
When I'm done with the live stream, I'm going to rename it. Depending on the size, I might compress it a little bit.
Yeah, Dimwitty, that must be it. Okay, I should keep going. He can't be far.
And then hold on to that footage in a Smurf video folder. Might do a bit of writing up on this before bed as well. just to get my initial thoughts out. Yeah, incredibly comfy platformer, sort of kitschy, cliched music. Nothing particularly wrong with it, but very sort of cliched and traditional of this kind of game. It's clearly low budget, but it doesn't feel like a paycheck. This feels like an actual attempt to make a decent Smurfs game by people who like the license. So, platforming is solid. It's like very straightforward, comfortable 3D mascot platforming. You know, maybe if this had released about 3 years earlier, it might have been a bit more impressive, because back then there weren't tons of 3D platformers, but after Hat in Time and Yooka-Laylee revived the genre, it's a bit less impressive, this game, I think. Yeah, PS2 throwback, an accidental PS2 throwback. It very much does feel like a PS2 platformer, and that is my vibe at the moment. I finished Bakeru, and Bakeru is definitely a sort of like a PS2 era platformer at heart. Have you seen the new stuff coming to UE 5.4? I haven't seen it outside of like the thumbnail Discord preview. It looked like something sort of animation based.
Don't worry, Jokey. I'll smurf you out of here.
Very animation based. So what is it, like you import a model and it just like uses AI to rig it or something? $500 plus new free-to-use animations. Thrusting.anim. Climax3.anim.
Thanks, Brainy.
The animations are now based on the bone's position,
That would have been one really lousy joke.
Tell me,
as opposed to like the angling of the
I
joints.
saw your open present and the mark on the ground over there.
I wanted to play a trick on Handy. I prepared a present that was supposed to fall into his hands when he stepped on the cross. It wasn't easy to set up, believe me.
I believe you, Jokey.
But just as I was about to hide, a vile ball appeared out of nowhere and startled me. So I stepped on the
Inverse
cross and my
kinematics.
own present
Inverse
smurfed up in
kinematics,
my
from what I
face.
understand, is like
You got a Smurf of your own
where
present. I'm sorry I missed it.
the example I always use is stairs, where characters, as they walk upstairs, the animation sort of stops part way
Right? Okay.
to create like the illusion of like joints moving. Like I've seen inverse kinematics used on like when characters walk upstairs and that sort of thing. You can tell when a game doesn't have it because the characters just walk up a flat transparent ramp instead of stairs. That's how I do it, by the way. In anything I'm working on, is I just create a transparent ramp and have the characters run up it. But I've seen inverse kinematics used in, like, animation blending and that sort of thing. Motion matching animations, yeah. Climb the cliff. Maybe that is this way. Picks up the best animation to use for the next animation based on what the model is doing. Right, so it's, yeah, it's motion blending. Right, okay. That's neat. That's basically putting in people's hands the same kind of technology that Rockstar uses in, like, Grand Theft Auto and Max Payne. Right? Blending between animations, depending on their current state. That's pretty powerful stuff to be putting in the hands of hobbyist game developers. Gotta give him credit. That's sexy stuff to be giving away for free. Yeah, Max Payne 3's got some gorgeous animation blending. That's one of those games that eventually I need to play. I guess I'll just do a Max Payne tier list, because then you can have like Max Payne 2, Max Payne on Game Boy Advance, Max Payne 3. Yeah, Remedy's going to be getting a lot of money for those Max Payne remakes, but it's going to be weird without James McCaffrey. I don't know what they're going to do about Max's voice. Max Payne November, maybe that's November is a long ways away. The world could be completely different by then. I mean, I'm not ruling anything out. I'll do whatever it takes to make the channel grow. You know, and if that means eating dog shit on TikTok... Okay, maybe not eating dog shit on TikTok, but...
If Poet was here, he'd smurf a serenade to that magnificent waterfall.
He'd smurf a serenade! Oh, waterfall. You're really quite lovely. And the water bouncing off... scintillating and bubbling.
Hey, I could do a Smurf splat on those mushrooms.
I could do a Smurf splat. Today I learn I could do a Smurf splat on the mushrooms. It's a bit late to be telling me that. Day 1 of eating raw chicken until 500,000 followers. No. No. Later that day, hey guys, I got some raw chicken here. If you see a female Smurf, you can do a Smurf splooge. Smurfette just makes me wanna... Makes me just wanna kiss her Smurf. Oh, I'd Smurf her so bad, you know? I don't really get what you mean, no. Can you tell me in more detail? Oh, you know, I'd really stroke her Smurf. I don't get me wrong, I like blondes, right? But, I don't understand the appeal of Smurfette. I don't think I ever have. Smurfette's kind of like basic bitch, you know? Smurfussy.
Hello? Guys? The raft isn't at the dock.
The raft isn't at the dock. Is that code? Like your goose is cooked?
No, it isn't cold. Our raft has disappeared.
Handy must have taken it to cross the river.
Oh, I hope that nothing bad happened to him.
Oh, shut up, Smurfette. Nobody asked you.
I'll smurf another way to get across. See you later.
Okay, this is generic, but I can't put it down for some reason. Smussy. Smurfette sounds like Amy Rose. Well, I'm hearing Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures Pac-Man in Jokey. There's probably like a handful of those kinds of talents in this. I mean, which Amy Rose are you getting in particular? Are you getting like Lisa Ortiz, like Sonic X Amy Rose? Now, I'm going to give this some credit now from a platforming point of view. Look at the nice dot underneath you where you're going to land. That is so handy. I've read that chat message, Vlad. I acknowledge it.
Guys, I've just found what's left of the raft.
What's left of the
If Smurfette was originally a test by Gargamel and she's the only female Smurf, then where the fuck did Smurfs come from?
Nobody pumps the tires on the Batmobile.
Blue or magic powers. And more importantly, I'm not handy.
By the way, where has he gotten to? I bet that he's passed out.
I don't think so. I can't see him
Greedy
anywhere.
Smurf. He's
Must
called
have kept going.
Greedy
Wait a
Smurf
sec.
because he eats.
Smurfy the Smurfy Talkie Chef. Hello. Brainy. Can you see anything else?
Yeah, some of his tools are lying around. And hey, there are some planks too.
If you use your imagination, you might be able to use them to cross the river. Think.
This chat.
Okay, there's a hammer missing from the toolbox. And I need one to resmurf that broken bridge.
To
It
re-Smurf!
must be around here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it.
To re-Smurf.
Ah, they immediately become contaminated again. If I smurf a Smurf splat from really high up,
Yeah, I get
maybe
it.
they won't have the
I know
time
how
to
it
become
works.
Contaminated again.
Back. Why didn't Thumbnail have you in Aiko's world? Why did? Because I needed a thumbnail fast. I didn't have a Smurfs thumbnail created. So I figured the best thing to do was just to grab a random image, and after scrolling through my downloads folder for about 5 minutes, I found just a thumbnail. And I figured because the live stream is more about figuring out what I'm gonna do going forwards, is like, doesn't really matter if it's not Smurfs related.
There you have it. Now I can get across.
You had no Smurf nail. Yes, I needed to smurf a thumbnail quickly, and I didn't have any on hand. So I used an old Smurf nail that I had laying around. I mean, somewhere in my stream folder, I probably have one that I made for when I was planning to stream, like, Smurf Rally or something. I probably have a Mission Vileaf thumbnail somewhere from when I was planning to do it just as a regular game stream. Most of my time as a YouTuber is spent making thumbnails for streams or videos that don't happen. I shit you not. It's weird whenever I remember I made that place, I go visit and then I'm like, damn, this probably took a long time to make. Yeah, but it's the perfect example to somebody of like your game development ability. You can say, I made this world in Unity, and they'll go, wow, that's pretty good. We're gonna give you a job, you know, like. If you put your mind to it, you could be the first Smurf tuber.
I can see a few Vile Trap hearts to heal.
Come on, there's got to be a way to do this. There is no way to set my color to blue. Okay, hold on. There might be a way to do it here. Hello everyone, I'm Smurf now. I'm the world's first Smurf tuber.
Looks like you hung up.
All you need is a white hat. I don't have a white hat, but I do have the hoodie, which I can wear inside out. It's focusing. The camera thinks I'm lower than I am. That didn't work. Where's Mochi Smurf?
寿司さん、寿司さん、寿司さん。絶対知らない。何これ
There's Mochi Smurf. That looks less like a Smurf hat and more like a baker's hat? It was a hoodie, like, wrapped up and thrown onto my head. No, this is too legit to quit. What the Why is this game so good? What the hell? I thought this was just going to be like a throwaway, just like play any old shit. Oh my god, this game is really good. Why? Your webcam looks like 10 to 20 minutes after you stare at the sun with your eyes closed. I know what you're talking about. You shouldn't do that, but yeah, I know what you're talking about, and yes, it does. There's actually an episode of the Smurfs, where Gargamel was shrunken down to Smurf size and couldn't even fit inside a Smurf's house. Oh man, I bet he felt like such a Smurf. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't expecting to like this much. So it's gonna be just a throwaway thing to play. While we talk about the future of the channel. And this has ended up becoming the whole focus of the live stream. This is just, like, mechanically really, really fucking solid. Like, it doesn't do anything particularly special. But it's fine. That sounds like a good episode of the Smurfs. It makes sense to do Smurfs after, like, BB Blocksberg, right? But I think the Medal of Honor one will probably happen first. Just because more of that is written. To give you an idea, I've got a list of, currently, I think it's 12 franchises. 12 or 13 franchises that I'm currently considering for tier list videos. In search of Handy, lol, better ask Smurfette. Oh my god. Well, the ad revenue has been quite good on,
What happened to you?
A vile trap attacked us in the clearing.
YouTube ad revenue has been kind of good for content for kids, so like uploading all the Smurf episodes to a YouTube channel, uploading all the Garfield, uploading all the BB Blocksberg, you know, that's got to be a good moneymaker for these companies.
Papa Smurf always says you shouldn't abandon your friends, right? Go on, head back to the village. I have to go find Handy.
I have to go get a Handy. Go through the passage in the clearing. This is a really nice game, and I had no idea it was going to be this good. Like, I knew it reviewed positively, but...
Are you calling because you smurfed your leg?
What? No! How could you say that? I'm telling Papa Smurf. I'm calling to Smurf you that I saved someone. You should all be proud of me. But I have some bad news. Handy got smurfed by a vile trap.
Holy Smurf, you have to do something before Gargamel finds him.
Don't worry. I'm going to look for him at once. You'll tell Papa Smurf that I'm smurfing great on my mission.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah. I'll tell him.
How are you meant to do this one? No. With the ratio of men to women, I'm sure Smurfette gives really unenthusiastic Smurf jobs. Fucking hell. So Smurfs is French, right? It's by Peyo. It's another French comic that springs to mind as well. Tintin. I wonder if there are any good Tintin games. I know of 3 Tintin games, and they're all decent. There's the Tintin game that came out last year for the PS4. Nintendo sued Tsuyu for adding support for Princess Peach. Well, what did they expect? Oh, a hornet's nest. I'm just gonna stick my dick in there. Ouch! My dick has been stung by all these hornets. Why did this happen to me? Life is unfair. You would have to be a weapons grade idiot to think, oh yeah, we'll re-release Yuzu with different artwork and we won't get sued. And we'll promote piracy of like the brand new game that just came out. What platform is this on? So I'm playing the Steam PC version of this. I believe this came out for Switch. It might have come out for PlayStation 4. It probably didn't come out for Xbox because I'm thinking about sales numbers. It probably wouldn't sell enough copies to be able to get an Xbox release. Because Xbox still have a minimum sort of sales restriction on at least physical games. Wanted to clip the Hornet's Nest quote. Don't worry about it, because judging by what you've said, I should really clip more shorts of my live streams and put them on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere else. So I want to do that moment. There was a moment earlier on where I was saying Smurf in the place of words, and I said something like particularly cursed. Can't remember what it was, but when I watch the stream back, I'll remember. And there was the moment I was saying, so what you're saying is I should go on TikTok and eat dog shit. I want to take that clip as well, and then, you know, then get some footage of me, like, walking down the street and finding a nice dog shit on the ground to, like, record and then go, no, I don't think I will. I think that would make a funny TikTok. Love to see a Snorks game. Snorks. That ship has sailed, but you might get like a Raccoons game at some point. I think Raccoons has a good chance, right? Because nowadays, when people say cartoons from your childhood that you loved, almost everybody posts the Raccoons, and I know for a fact nobody enjoyed the Raccoons when it was on as a kid. Always wanted the next program to come on, whatever that was. I don't know.
Oh no, this is
Gobbledygook or something like that.
Handy won't be
Or Okie Doke.
It doesn't look like he's here. I have to keep looking for him.
City and Sweep. I would play an open world City and Sweep Grand Theft Auto clone. Where you drive around causing mischief. People. Oh no, Sooty! You shouldn't rob the bank! Robbing the bank is bad! Not you too, Sweep! Well, I, for one, think robbing the bank is bad, and I think Sooty and Sweep should be well behaved. Right, said Sue. Street Sharks Brawler by the Streets of Rage team. There was another Streets of Rage style game that... Oh, that's right. It wasn't a Streets of Rage style game. There is a Sunset Riders style game that's coming out soon. What did you think of yesterday's Best of the Worst? I watched it today. It was good. I'm looking forward to Bible Baby being a recurring joke in the future of Best the Worst. Bible Baby is a lot of fun.
I've got to go. We'll smurf to the bottom of this later. First, I have to find Handy.
It'll need a couple more rewatches before it becomes a classic for me, but it's it was very funny.
Let me think. If Handy is caught in a vile trap, then he must be in a place smurfed with contamination.
I picked up a PS3 game today for £1 out of a charity shop. Don't get too excited. It was SingStar Take That. I wasn't confident I had it. It was £1. I take it that's a Take That song. Oh, is that a Westlife song? Like, Take That to me is Shine, but that game might not be new enough to have Shine on it. But if Shine is on it, I do want to sing Shine. It's bootleg ELO, but it's a good song, nonetheless. Bullet Witch Reloaded. What about it? Does it run well on the Steam Deck? I tried playing the original Bullet Witch back in the day on Xbox 360. I wanted to like it. Alicia is hot as fuck, but the game is dog shit.
Underneath them when they strike the ground, right? I don't want to get smurfed like a bug. It doesn't look like I can heal them either.
Reloaded is now coming to PS5 and Switch. Oh. Great. More people can play a mediocre game that's only selling point is that the main character is hot and has appeared in Playboy. I want to like Bullet Witch. That's it. That's the sentence. I want to like Bullet Witch. Full stop.
Brady! Oh, thank you! It's about time. I thought I was gonna be smurfed in here forever. Hurry up! I've had enough of being
There isn't much to like. Agree. The final boss is particularly egregious. It takes about half an hour to kill him.
They'll soon be gone, thanks to the Smurfizer.
Okay, but first, you need to heal that rotten vile trap's contaminated hearts. According to Papa Smurf, that will weaken the plants.
Yeah, it's not like I've done this like 4 times already.
All over this area. I'll help guide you.
All right, I'm coming, Handy.
Watch out for the vile vines. If they crush you, you'll get smurfed to a pulp.
Oh no. Whatever will I do? If I get smurfed to a pulp, I won't have to listen to you anymore. Oh, how awful that would be. It auto-locks on to, like, nearby enemies when all I want to do is get rid of the grass.
Jump on the mushroom at the back, Brady. That way you can smurf the contaminated heart.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let him suffer for a little while. Is Existential on Wii coming back? Is Existential on Wii worth bringing back? I mean, the answer is probably yes. Good.
So, be quiet, right?
Brady has told me to shut my Smurf. Has the world turned upside down?
PS Tedium. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. I currently have the PS3 set up, so in terms of like being able to play PS3 games on PS Tedium, you definitely have the setup at the moment for it. PS3 set up because of Medal of Honor Frontline HD. And I'm probably going to capture the Medal of Honor 2010 gameplay for the tier list that way as well. Mind Jack, no thanks. I tried to play that before a few times. I've even done a 2-parter live stream on it, and I gave up. My mistake the second time was playing online. There was actually someone else playing Mind Jack. They hacked into my game and killed me on an already difficult checkpoint. And I just said, no, I'm done. And I got an Xbox message saying, come on, let's play! Like, nah. Having people, you know, jump into my games and ruin my day is, you know, not fun to me. X Broke, the new show centered around bad Xbox games. You see, shows, I put effort into shows, and then they don't get views. Like, I understand making a tier list video for a completely unheard of outside of Germany children's cartoon mascot was probably a bad shout in terms of views, but at the same time, I put a lot of effort into the Baby Bloxburg video, and it's got like barely any views. Now I know everybody here has watched it, right? And of course has left a comment on the video, of course, right? Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. But, you know. Speaking of hackers in games, you see the fuckfest that was going on with Apex Legends? Didn't people, like, hack into an actual tournament that was happening and give, like, pros cheats? I do pick obscure shit, yeah, but that's because I watch videos on obscure shit.
Yippee! Yippee! Only one more heart to Smurf! You can do it, Brady! Time to head down to continue with the decontamination!
There's one contaminated heart remaining. I have to Smurf away to heal it. Be careful. Those things are dangerous. I'd better not get too close. That could sting.
Vin Diesel Wheelman. Yeah, that's... Let me give you some context for Wheelman, right? I had intended to do that for Demo Derby. I recorded the gameplay footage for it, and the voiceover didn't capture. So I've got this, like, 30 minutes of gameplay footage from Wheelman that, like, didn't end up getting used in anything. Well, it did end up getting used in something. A video where I talked about Demo Derby episodes that didn't happen for reasons.
The bridge! Hold on to your glasses and get across!
I reckon we can turn BB Bloxburg into one of those ironic modern memes.
You can Smurf it!
You know, like Simpsons Wave and that sort of thing. I reckon we can turn BB Bloxburg into a modern meme. Do a deep dive for Driven, a release game for GameCube that nobody cares about or remembers. So, I'm not against covering games that, like, people don't remember. Like, I could do, like, a forgotten GameCube games iceberg or something like that. Because there'll always be someone on those videos that says, I know every one of those games. There will always be people who will comment and say, I didn't know any of these. You know.
Thank you, Brainy. You've smurfed up so much courage that I didn't recognize
Rotoscope
you.
BB into that Chick-fil-A girls video. Tell me more. I don't have the context.
You by the bridge leading to Wild's home.
Yeah, before the vile trap captured me. As you noticed, I wasn't able to repair the bridge. There was too much contamination. What's more, I lost
Contamination, no breathing, don't give a fuck if I come by, I'm bleeding. Lair? Ooh, Lair. Lair would do good for, like, a Factor 5 video, right? Because then I could do, like, Turrican, Rendering Ranger R2, that was a Factor 5, wasn't it? There's a bunch of others.
I'm a little worried. You're sure about this, right?
Don't worry, I know what I'm smurfing.
I know what I'm smurfing!
I'm proud to present, for the first time ever, the Smurfo Glider. You'll be able to glide through the air and smurf any challenge that awaits you. You can use
Smurf Glider
to propel yourself along whenever you need to.
I'm not so sure about this new feature.
You know me, Brady. My inventions always smurf a charm. No problemo.
I wouldn't say that, right? But I'll give it a try.
Yeah, his glasses aren't actually connected. They're one big pair of glasses. Oh my god. Now I've seen that, I can't unsee it. Yeah, they're not connected.
Hello, guys.
Was that always the case?
I have some good news.
Some good news? Are you sure?
Yes, I've cleaned the whole area and I saved Handy. Sent the stork to pick him up right away.
It pains me to say this, Brady, but bravo.
And that's not all. Thanks to Handy, I can now glide.
I'll be sure to smurf the whole village that you're flying high. See ya!
I don't think so, but you'll need to double check the cartel. And, your two-pin. I agree, Sushi. Blink twice if you're in danger.
Go on, try gliding to the other side.
Remember when Ubisoft did tie-ins for popular movie series like Avatar and Lost? Yeah, it's almost like they released one last year. Actually, who made the Avatar game from last year? I have Avatar on 360 now. Like, the actual disc. I would check it out, but, you know, it has online achievements that, you know, are no longer available now.
I'm gliding even closer to the stars.
Ubisoft Montreal. So it's still Ubisoft, right. Curious. Oh, it's massive. Oh. I didn't think it was all that big. What I heard. Ah, it's Ubisoft. So it's still Ubisoft. So Ubisoft's still making the Avatar games. Ubisoft Shanghai? video on, like, Ubisoft's movie games, but... The problem with something like that is it may end up being out of date, like, 5 seconds later. Like, I don't want to make a video that's, like, gonna be out of date immediately. That's why I haven't touched on James Bond, because, you know, we may eventually learn something about Project 007. That's why I'm holding off on Bond. So glad there's a little dot on the ground. Yeah, I'm not touching that Avatar game until it's cheap. I want to play it, but not at, like...
Disney, do you want to sue the Smurfs?
Disney's gonna sue the Smurfs now. Oh, that's how you're meant to get that. Well, I did it the hard way. It's the Avatar game on, like, PS2 or something. Did they release a PS2 version of the Avatar game? Which Avatar are we talking about? If we're talking about blue skin cat people, I'm not sure if that got released on PS2. But if you're talking about Avatar as in, like, everything was great until the Fire Nation attacked, yes, there are Avatar games on PS2.
Not to brag, but I taught him everything he knows, right?
I think there was a Wii version of Blue Furry People Avatar. Because I have it. I'm fairly certain. The M. Night Shyamalan Avatar definitely got a game on Wii. 100%. Because I definitely have that. Yeah, that Avatar game was on PC as well, because that is how I've played through it the 2 times I've played through it. Very solid game, that. Way better than, you know, it has, like, any right to be. PSP and Wii version's different. Ooh, okay. That gives me an excuse to check it out on Existential on Wii, then.
Awesome.
I think doing, like, a live stream earlier in the day of, like, a standard game and then, like, something in the evening of, like, Existential on Wii or PSTDM is probably the way to go. As you say, Kong, streams at different times of day is probably the answer.
Here we go.
Oh, I don't need to go down there yet. No, clear some of this shit. I was recently watching some Hungarian ads for Nickelodeon, and they kept pronouncing it Nickel Delnon. Ba 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 Nickel Delnon. That's funny. Get all the time zones. Yeah. Sonic has collected every time zone. Still need to watch that new Dan Schneider documentary. There's a new one? I saw that he had given an interview or something recently where he's like, I'm so sorry to everyone who was affected. And it's like, yeah, I bet you were so sorry when you were getting your feet rubbed. Fucking hell. We thought Quentin Tarantino was bad. Just wait until you see the real worst foot fetishist.
It sure is pretty, but it's as wild as he is. I have to be on my guard. As Papa Smurf always says, better Smurf than
More about the other one. Oh, the one that ended up going straight back to a job at Nickelodeon, right? It was like a dude who was arrested for indecent images and then ended up going straight back to working at Nickelodeon. Ridiculous. Yeah, I've seen that Dan Schneider's grown a beard now. Oh, he's now at Disney! Oh my god. Of course he's at Disney. Of course he's at fucking Disney!
Wild Adventures? What is Smurf's name is that?
Oh shit.
Has Wild been building something?
Peck. I remember the name coming up in a Blame It on Jorge video on Schneider. But I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Then again, separate art from the artist. Yeah, I mean, the other people who worked on the show, you know, are probably fine. You know, the kids who were on these Nickelodeon shows, you know, these shows were still a springboard for their career, and you know, there's no arguing that they did pretty good acting for being, you know, people who probably hadn't done much acting before then.
I am too, Wild. Papa Smurf always says, friendship is a precious
Yeah, I can understand that. All the time that Schneider and his ilk are making money off it, you know, it doesn't change a thing. The person responsible is still
Don't you worry, Wild.
profiting from it.
Incidentally, I need to smurf an ingredient from here to heal the contamination. Aqua Magnifica.
Aqua Magnifica over there.
Brian.
You complete course. A challenge for you.
A challenge?
Why does Wild Smurf speak like a stereotype?
I never back down when I'm faced with obstacles. Papa Smurf is going to be so proud of me.
Hock hock. I do wonder what these orange flowers are, because I haven't been told what to do with them yet. Oh, Drake. Did something happen to Drake?
This course isn't easy.
I guess I'll have to watch the documentary to find out, I suppose. But I like Drake. I like Josh, too. Oh yeah, didn't Drake, like, murder somebody or something? He did something. I vaguely remember now that he was involved with something. Something not great. So I remember the photo of him in the suit.
It still isn't over. I'm going to have to glide over to the
Fucking
other
hell.
Honestly, what in the Smurf was he thinking? The other Smurfs won't be able to complete the course without the Smurfizer. I'll have to tell Papa Smurf.
I'm certainly not saying that it's not his fault, because, you know, any actions that he did were totally his fault. But at the same time, considering what was being done to him...
Yum Yum area.
A Yum Yum area? Okay. Can you explain what this course is?
Me? Make adventure
You know.
course for Smurfs. All come here to have fun. Yum Yum area
What you
for
experience
rest,
is
eat,
what
and
sort
drink
of
sarsaparilla juice.
creates the world around you,
Smurfed
and your
all of this by yourself?
sort of understanding of
That's
it.
very kind,
If that's the
Wild.
life that,
But contamination
you know, he
everywhere.
lived in at Nickelodeon,
Course
I
not
can
finished because of
I can
contamination.
understand it influencing him.
Yeah, I noticed that. There are big holes in your course.
You continue course. No Smurf the time. Ingredient at the end. Huck huck.
Okay then, Wild. I'm going. Hello? Papa Smurf? Can you hear me?
Not very well, you're breaking up. It must be because of the trees. Have you smurfed Wild?
Yes. He asked me to complete a course with branch obstacles.
With brunch popsicles? What does that even mean?
No. Branches in the trees. I have to finish the course to Smurf the Aqua Magnifica.
What's that about a disease? You're not sick, are you?
No, I'm fine, Papa Smurf. Okay, I've got to go. My challenger waits. Hup, hup, hup.
SpongeBob video games. That'd be a good tier list, wouldn't it? I've got Cosmic Shake on Xbox. Documentary's going to be on Disney Plus. I'll be there. 100% I'll be there. When's that? March 25th. Oh, Discovery. What's Discovery Plus when it's at home? Like, is that a separate service? What else is on Discovery Plus? Can I get a month free to watch the documentary? It wouldn't be Disney Plus since there are allegations against someone who works there. Good point. Disney Plus, Discovery Plus making allegations against somebody who works at Disney and stealing their naming convention for their streaming service. Have they no shame? In Australia, it was on Amazon Prime. Not really a convenient place for me to watch it either. I'll find a hopefully legitimate way to watch it. I'll find a hopefully legitimate way. Although my childhood was mostly Nick adjacent,
I have enough spray to glide over to the other end. Smurfizer, don't fail me now.
I feel like I need to know what happened there. Because what Nick shows did show on UK terrestrial, you know, I have fond memories of. Drake and Josh, Keenan and Kel, iCarly.
finished. Keep going.
You're here already? How did you get here before me? You know a shortcut, right?
Free Nickelodeon, free Nick Jr. in Australia? Oh man. I'm stuck with Little B on ITVB in the mornings. Just fine if you want reruns of Scooby-Doo. Which, by the way, is another one on my list, by the way. List of 12, 12 plus franchises that I have written down for tier lists.
You're joking, right?
No, that Aqua Magnifica source. Not joking at all.
So many enemies have just, like, topped themselves during today's stream. Especially in this level in particular. There goes another one, and another one, and another one. Aqua Magnifica.
Just to get some water? I'm sorry to say this, but I don't see what's so magnifica about this water.
Spellbook of Papa Smurf tells stories that make want some. Me, always Smurf bath in Aqua Magnifica.
In any case, thank you. You helped me find the first ingredient that will smurf the contamination.
You, come back with friends to Smurf Adventure Course and drink sarsaparilla juice.
Sarsaparilla juice? Oh man. Delicious.
The contamination. But you need to work on the course. It's far too dangerous, right? You know that safety is no smurfing matter for Papa Smurf.
Me, make course safe, and friends all come back later.
Perfect. See you soon, Wild.
Now, back in the village, there's an air of panic. Some Smurfs even cancelled their upcoming picnic.
That doesn't rhyme.
When they saw the fire leaf spreading seeds to invade, those wise Smurfs decided to build barricades. However, Dimwitty, he went off for a stroll, whistling and unaware of what could take its toll. Without
Some of these
showing
rhymes are
caution,
really
he walked
forced.
on deep in thought. Then a vile trap appeared, snatched him up, he'd been caught! But you should know, the vile trap, that evil creation, can show Gargamel the village's location.
The voice reminds me of, like, Thomas Game Docs, and I hate it. It's horrible.
Signals the wizard who's lying in wait. To stop this from happening, the Smurfs have to succeed in saving Dimwitty from that horrible weed. But look who has returned, equipped with all that gear. It is indeed Brainy! So, there's nothing to fear.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I hear it now. You're welcome.
Smurfing? Where's my heroes welcome?
You're welcome.
They could have at least organized a great feast in my honor, right?
Oh, okay. So, what should I call them now? Is the channel still Thomas Game Docs, or is it something else? Right, okay. I'll still use that name then, unless I hear any different. I don't think I can get any of those collectibles just yet.
Yep, hey there. How's it smurfing?
Brainy, you're finally here.
Yes, Papa Smurf. I have retrieved.
Not now. We have to help Dimwitty. There's no time to lose. He's been smurfed by a vile trap. It can lead Gargamel straight to the village. Dimwitty is in the central square, and it's been invaded by the contamination.
What? Holy Smurf. That thing is aptly named. Before I can even catch my breath, I have to smurf the hero once again. Hey!
Smurf the hero. How do I use my upgrades? So where do I go to get upgrades then? Because right now I'm playing the game without a single upgrade. Strong Smurf. Yeah, he's got like a heart on his arm. I played as him in the first mission. Hefty Smurf.
They should have been cheering for me when I brought back the Aqua Magnifica. But no, all they could think about was Dimwitty.
That's the path clear. Well, I wasn't expecting to play this for 2.5 hours. I was really not expecting to play this for 2.5 hours. I dread to think how big the NVIDIA recording is right now. It's a good job I've got a 14 terabyte hard drive for video captures and editing.
Dimwitty, it's me, Brainy. I've come to save you.
I feel like I should probably have upgrades at this point. Like, it feels like I'm less capable in battle. Like, there's more enemies than there's... Like, maybe there are no upgrades yet. Maybe you have to play a little bit more to get them. But I would have thought, after getting the first item for the Smurf elixir or whatever... we probably should have had upgrades by now. Maybe it's a hard mode thing. Maybe hard mode locks you into a no upgrade run. I don't know. spitballing. Upgrade seller! I'm going into battle and I require only your strongest upgrades. That's a meme where I still haven't seen the original video. But I'm aware of the meme through other people quoting it. Potion seller! Yeah, there's no need to type "you what" in full capitals. It's true. I haven't seen the original video. I'm only aware of that meme through osmosis.
Oh, Brainy. Thanks for coming to see me. Do you want a carrot?
So Dimwitty doesn't even realize he's in trouble at the moment. Now I understand how Dimwitty might actually, like, lead Gargamel to the village, because he's stupid. The creator of that video wrote a movie. It's 50 Shades of Grey tennis clone. I don't need to see that.
You should have been more careful, Dimwitty. I warned you that Gargamel can use those plants to smurf the location of the village. You put all the Smurfs in danger.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to smurf into the plant.
It's no use trying to explain. You're smurfing your breath. Need I remind you that I have returned from a long journey? Right? I also managed to bring back the first ingredient, the Aqua Magnifica. Is anyone interested?
Congratulations.
Is anyone interested?
Courage, we only have 2 ingredients left to find.
It was like smurfing fish in a barrel. With my superior intellect, I could overcome any challenge that...
Did you go on a trip, Brainy?
He's smurfing me crazy. I'm going to get some well-deserved rest.
Right, okay.
And
Thank
so,
you.
Brainy helped Dimwitty to escape, and he apologized for his silly mistake. But I have more bad news, declared Papa Smurf. More Smurfs have disappeared, like Smurf and also Smurf. To save the missing friends immediately, they must concoct the cure mentioned previously. Finding the pink crystals, it could be a hassle. For
It's better with the photo booth filter. What this?
Castle. Cooking Pot Castle, a great culinary school where chefs learn to cook meals that would make your mouth drool. A Smurf who knows that place. There exists only one. He's the Smurf we call Chef. His mission.
Oh, I get to play as
I once had dinner at Cooking Pot
Chef.
Castle. Don't get me wrong, it was nice, but it wasn't that, you know. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, the potion seller video. So, when you say filter, was it made by the person who did, like, NPCs in video games have a conversation, like those type videos? Because I've seen a few of their videos, if it's that guy.
Hello there, Chef. I've got a surprise for you. I've smurfed a few improvements to the Smurfizer. By the way, if you find any materials on your journey, don't hesitate to smurf them to me. The more you give me, the more I can improve the Smurfizer. Pretty smurfy, right?
Oh, I can't wait to see that. But didn't you say you had a surprise?
Haha, yes! I upgraded the Smurfizer to help you through Cooking Pot Castle.
What can the Smurfizer do now? Unlock the Smurfo Sprint by pressing X. Vastly increase the Smurfo Splat's power. Hey, is that 4 hearts?
Now use the sprint. You'll be able to move around much faster.
That's great! I'll be able to challenge Hefty to a race then.
Oh, he sits in front of the Mac photo booth and makes skits with like 2 characters, right? Okay. So it's not the YouTuber I'm thinking of.
Its little head out. Try smurfing into it by sprinting. By hitting it, you'll be able to make the others come out. But you have to be quick, or they'll all go back into the ground. Then you can go meet up with Papa Smurf.
What do I need to do? Problem is my Smurfizer doesn't last for very long.
Are you sure you'll be able to smurf the pink crystals from the Cooking Pot Castle?
As sure as you need to break eggs to make an omelet, Papa Smurf. There's a supply of crystals inside the castle.
How do you know that place so well?
It's a long story. I've got to go. The clock is ticking. You can count on me to bring back the second ingredient, the pink crystals.
What are they, like
You and I
pink
need
salt?
to have a little talk when you return.
Himalayan salt? Try out Handy's new upgrade. I'm good, thanks. I really don't need to. Trust me, I'm good. I really don't need to. Jon Favreau! It is funny that the chef has, like, a French accent. Travel to Cooking Pot Castle. Is that this way? Sprint into a plant to make the next one appear. I'm very confused. Oh, right, I see. Right, I get it. It's like a Lightspeed dash in Sonic. Got it. Right, I need to go to the bay.
Oh, hello.
And I don't mean the Pirate Bay.
Pretty.
Awesome!
I figure I can do the playing for my tier list videos on live streams. That seems like the best shout. Just keep in mind that the Smurfs tier list is going to be quite some time in the future. Normally I'd play franchises in order of the game's release, but this I'm kind of cheating. Because I knew this game was going to be good. Live stream tier lists into videos. It's not quite what I meant, but I mean, I could live stream the process of putting the tier list together. That's not outside of the realm of possibility. But definitely live streaming the games. That I could see myself doing. I actually hate how much I'm enjoying this. This went from, like, C rank to, like, B tier to A tier. And now I'm not sure if this is A tier or S tier. Like, it's not super amazing, but it's extremely solid. And a lot of the things I'm finding cringe about it are inherently cringe about Smurfs anyway. So a Smurf game can't be punished for being cringe, because Smurfs are cringe. I take it I was going the wrong way around this area. Yeah, I'm not sure if I was meant to come here. I think I might have, through my infinite wisdom... I think I might have, in my infinite wisdom there, put myself in a position where I couldn't progress.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm struggling to work out where the next plant is. Oh, over there. Right, okay. 28! No, there's no way that's right. It's 38 here. Wasn't 38 plants in the ground. That would be ridiculous. Right. So glad there's a little bit of leeway. There we go. So glad it doesn't have to be super tight. That would have been awful if the timing was more straight. Okay. At 2.5 hours, you know, it might be, you know, it's coming up to midnight. Maybe I should probably put a stop to this, but when it comes to doing the Smurf tier list video, this is probably going to be fairly, fairly high on the list. This is kind of legit. You know what? Let's not be cruel. This isn't kind of legit. This is legit. Let's give this the respect it deserves. It's legit. Oh, that's the one I got. Same devs as Asterix and Obelix XXL2. That explains a lot. Asterix, there's another franchise. Hey! Because then I'd have an excuse to play the Asterix arcade game, as well as the really good Sega Master System game. There's a thought. And I have most of the Asterix games. Like, I have Slap-em-All, I have pretty much, like, all of them, because they go dirt cheap in Steam sales. I think the game wants me to travel to the Bay. What the fuck is the Bay? I assume it autosaves. Let's go resume and see what happens. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. Well, time to quit the NVIDIA recording. I tried to think how big that was. I can actually check out. So 2 hours, 40 minutes of NVIDIA recording. Full screen. So... which folder does it save under? Base profile. 55.3 gigabytes. Okay. I will compress that. Alright, thank you very much for coming. I think I'm a little bit less daunted and freaked out by everything now after the chat that we've had here. A little bit less terrified over the current situation. Got some ideas on what I can do now to A, make the YouTube thing more successful, and B, integrate it into my job search in a way that is natural and doesn't make 35 hours incredibly taxing and frightening. This has been good. I feel like we've achieved something today. I'm gonna go because I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die. Until next time, if we live that long, take care. Bye bye. Yo, listen!